Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Hindi CBSE Classroom. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button next to it so that you will get notification whenever I post a new video. I have created separate playlist in my channel for each and every class separately. So please check the description box below and select accordingly. So let's start today's topic. Today's topic is Class 8 Chapter 12 Sudama Charit. So this is a most requested video. So before I give you the meaning of the Sudama Charit, first let me tell you just who is Sudama. Sudama was a childhood friend of Sri Krishna, the god Sri Krishna. The Sudama was very poor. They had the Krishna and Sudama, they had studied together at Sandipani Ashram. They were great friends in the ashram. They shared a great bond together. But when they grew up, they went in their separate ways. They lost contact and Krishna became a powerful king and Sudama was still a poor villager. So one day when Sudama's condition worsened because they became very poor that they didn't had even grains to eat. So at that time the Sudama's wife asked him to ask some help from his childhood friend Krishna. So for that the Sudama traveled all the way to Dwarika to Krishna's house. And he asked him for help. So this is the context where this conversation is happening. So the first para in this, a guard is informing the Lord Krishna that Sudama has come. So now let's see the meaning of this Sudama Charit. So first let's read it out. Sis pagana jhaga tanme Prabhu jane ko ahi base Kehi grama. Okay, so first let us see word by word. Sis means head. Paga means turban. The turban we'll tie on our head. Na means no. Jagha means kurta. The kurta. Tanme means on body. Prabhu means O Lord. So the guard is telling the Krishna. So he is telling him O Lord. Jane ko ahi. Jane ko means don't know where. Ahi means aya, that is from where came. Base kehi grama. So from which village he came. So what is the meaning here? The guard is telling the Sri Krishna that there is a man has come in the doorstep. He has no turban on his head and no kurta on his body. O Lord, I don't know who is this person and from which village he has come. So the next line. Dhoti fati si, lati dupatti, aru pai upanah ko nahi sama. So dhoti means, word by word meaning we'll see first. Dhoti means lungi that we wear. Fati si means torn out. Lati dupatti. Lati means shrinked. It's like in a very bad condition, shrinked totally. Dupatti means the towel we'll wear on top of a body in order to cover, because he was not wearing any kurta, so he has just worn a towel. Aru pai means and leg. Pai means leg. Upanah means slippers or shoes or a chappal. Ko nahi means no. Sama means where. So what he is telling in this sentence? So the guard is explaining how this man is. So first what he told, he has no turban on his head and no kurta on his body. So now he is telling even his lungi is fully torn out and his towel that he is wearing on his top is shrinked and in a very bad condition. Aru pai upanah ko nahi sama, and he is not wearing any slippers or shoes on his leg, on his foot. Dwar khado duj durbal ek, raho chakiso basudha abhirama. Dwar means door, khado means standing, duj means Brahmin, durbal means very weak, ek means one. Rahiyo means he is standing there. Chakiso means surprised. Basudha means land. Abhirama means very beautiful. So he's telling a weak Brahmin is standing on our doorstep. He's totally surprised to see this beautiful land of ours. पूछत दीन दयाल को धाम, बतावत अपनो नाम सुधामा. So पूछत means asking. Deen Dayal means he's just a word to describe Krishna, that who Deen Dayal means who shows kindness to poor people. Deen means poor, Dayal means kindness. So who shows kindness to poor, that is Krishna. Ko dham means address. So this person is asking Krishna's address. Batavat means telling. Apno means his. Naam means name. Sudhama. So he's telling his name is Sudhama. So he's asking the address of the kindness god, that is Krishna, and he's telling his name is Sudhama. Okay, so this is the 4 lines. What is the meaning? So the god is telling Sri Krishna that a man has come in our doorstep. He has no turban on his head and no kurta on his body. Oh Lord, I don't know who is this and from which village he has come. His lungi is fully torn out, and the towel he is wearing on his top is totally shrinked and in a very bad condition. So and he's telling a weak Brahmin is standing on our doorstep, totally surprised to see the beautiful land of ours. And he's asking the address of the kindness god, that is Krishna, and he's telling his name is Sudhama. Okay, so I hope I made that clear. So let's move on to the next para. ऐसे बेहाल बिवायन सो, पग कटंक जाल लग पुनी जोय. So here this was the paragraph where the god was describing the first one. Now they have met. So this is the paragraph where Krishna and Sudhama have met each other, and Krishna was so overwhelmed or so happy to see his childhood friend, and he was now taking care of his friend, and he was feeling very sad inside, because after seeing Sudhama's condition he was feeling very sad, because he was his close friend and now he has to bear all this poverty, and he was very old looking, and his dresses were torn out. So Krishna was feeling very bad and he was taking care of him in a royal way. So now this is the paragraph where Krishna is taking care of Sudhama, and he is seeing what and all wounds or what and all problems Sudhama is having. So let's read out now. ऐसे बेहाल बिवायन सो, पग कंठक जाल लगे पुनि जोय. ऐसे means like this. Behal means wounded. Bivain so means cracked heels. Pug means leg. Kantak means thorns. Kanta. Thorns means the rose will have thorns, no? That one. Jal means web. Lage. Puni joy means started taking out. So the Krishna started taking out. What he started to taking out? The Sudhamas. Sudhama had wounded, cracked heels. Aise behal bivoyan so. So Sudhama was having such wounded, cracked heels, and pag kantak jaal lage puni joy. So his leg was filled with web of thorns. And after seeing this, the Krishna started taking them out. Puni joy means he started taking it out. Hi mahaduk payo sakha, tum aaye ite na kite din khoye. So hi means oh God. Mahaduk means great sorrow. Payo sakha means you got this, oh my friend. Sakha means friend. You had to bear this great sorrow. Tum aaye ite na. Tum means you. Aaye means came. Ite means here. Na means no. Kite means why. Din khoy means after so many days. So the Krishna is telling, oh God, you had to be, oh God, my dear friend, you had to bear this great sorrow all by yourself, and you came here. why you came here so late here, why you came after so many days to me to find the help. So he is very sad that you had to bear all this sorrow for these long, and you came here after so many days to me. देखी सुधामा की दीन दशा, करुणा करके करुणा निधि रोय. देखी means seeing, Sudhama means Sudhama, ki deen dasa means his poor condition. Karuna means sympathy or sadness. Karike means doing. Karunanidhi means the person who is having a lot of sympathy, that is Karunanidhi. Nidhi means see, so the person who is filled with sympathy. Roy means he started crying. So देखी सुदामा की दीन दशा means after seeing Sudhama's poor condition. Karuna karke means because of sympathy or because of sadness. Karuna nidhi roy, the sea or the sea of sympathy person, that is Krishna, started crying. पानी परात को हाथ छुयो नहीं, नैनन के जल सो पग धोए. So pani means water, parat means the container, को हाथ छुयो नहीं. So हाथ means hand, छुयो नहीं means didn't touch. नैनन means ear, eyes. के जल means water, that is tears. नैनन के जल means tears from eyes. So पग धोए, with that washed Sudhama's legs. So what happened? पानी परात को हाथ छुयो नहीं. The water that was kept in order to wash the Sudhama's leg, the Krishna didn't even touch that with his tears, that is Nainan ke jal so pag dhoye, that is with his tears, the tears that came from eyes, that was enough in order to wash the Sudhama's legs. So he didn't use the water from the water container, but he started crying, and that water itself washed Sudhama's legs. So that is the meaning of the second para. So let's just summarize it. On seeing Sudhama, he felt very happy and started to treat him with great respect and royalty. But when he saw Sudhama closely, he noticed that his leg was wounded, and he had wounded, cracked heels, and his legs were full of thorns because he was walking from his way to Krishna's house. So this was long journey. So his legs were filled with thorns, that is web of thorns, that is that many thorns were there. And after seeing this, Krishna started taking it out. Hi Mahaduk. Then he said, oh God, I am so sorry, or I am feeling so sorry that you had to bear, oh my dear friend, you had to bear all this great sorrow for this long time, and why you came to me after so many days. You could have come earlier so that I could have changed your sorrow, or I could have made your life better. Then seeing Sudhama's poor condition, because of sympathy and because of sadness, even the Krishna, who is the sea of sympathy or sea of kindness, he started crying. And because he started crying, his tears were falling on Sudhama's leg, and he didn't even touch the water container that was kept in order to wash Sudhama's leg, but his tear was enough in order to wash the Sudhama's dirty or wounded legs. So that is the meaning of second paragraph. Now let's move on to the third one. कछु भाभी हमको दियो, सो तुम काहे ना देत. Kachu means some. Bhabhi means sister-in-law, that is Sudhama's wife. Hamko means me. Diyo means give. So that. Tum means you. Kahe means why. Na means no. Give, det means give. So he's telling something my sister-in-law, that is something Sudhama's wife would have sent me. Something means some gift. So he is expecting, like your wife or my bhabhi, that is my sister-in-law, must have sent something with you in order to give me. So tum kahe na de, but why you are not giving me that? चापी पोट्री कांख में, रहे कहो कही है तो. Chapi means hiding. Potri means packet. Kaakh means under the armpit. Rahe means keeping it. Kaho means say. Kehi means why. Hetu means reason. So you're hiding some packet under your armpit, but you're keeping it. And say what is the reason why you're keeping it in and not giving me. So he's telling in this paragraph, Bhabhi, that is my sister-in-law, must have definitely sent me some gift, but why you are hiding it in your armpit and not giving me? What is the reason? So that is the third paragraph. So let's just stop here. We'll make it two parts because it's a long chapter. So we'll make it into two parts. So first part we have covered. First one, what happened? The guard was describing the Sudama, how he had no turban, he had no kurta, his lungi was torn out, his towel was very shrinked, and he was looking like a very weak Brahmin, and he was looking as if he's surprised to see the beautiful land of Krishna. And he was asking the address of Krishna, and he told his name as Sudama. That is the first paragraph. And the second one, what happened? Sudama scragged wounded heels and his leg full of thorns made Krishna very sad, and he asked him, why you came so late and you had to bear all this sorrow by yourself. And seeing Sudama's poor condition, even Krishna started crying, and because of that the tears washed Sudama's leg and the water was not at all needed. That is the second paragraph. And third paragraph, he's asking, my sister-in-law must have sent me some gift, but why you are not giving me, hiding it? Why you are ashamed that it is a very small gift, but for me it is a great gift? So that is, I hope you understood the chapter. I'll upload the second part soon. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.